Hi everybody, it's me, Mark, from Mark's Issues with Archie Comics. And today I will be doing the Friday comic book cover challenge put out by Alan over at Comic Collector Geek. And this week's challenge is comic books with mountains on the covers. So I went ahead and I did the challenge. I invite everyone else to do it. Alan really likes it when people respond and do videos in response to his videos. And all you gotta do is record yourself, make a video, and then hashtag Friday Comic Book Challenge and Comic Collector Geek, and he should be able to get them that way. So to start out, I have two runner-ups. I've got Sabrina dressed up as Magic, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think that might be a mountain. That's why it was a runner-up. I wasn't 100% sure if it was a mountain or not. Plus, it's a specialty comic book. It's a Virgin Limited something or other. And the second runner-up I have is Cheryl Blossom as Red Sonja, and she's standing on what looks like a tiny little mountain. Oh, but there are mountains in the background here, so I guess that one would count. But I had it as a runner-up again because it's a specialty Virgin something or other comic, so it's not something you can regularly get off of a newsstand. Now, to start out with my top 10, I will be starting at 10 and working towards number 1. At number 10, I have the World of Jughead. And as you can see, there is some mountains back here. And this is World of Jughead number 487. And what I try to do with my challenge is I try to spread it out through all the Archie titles. I mean, there's probably 10, just Jughead books or just Betty and Veronica books that have mountains in them. But I try to spread it out so I get a smattering of a little bit of everybody. Number 9 is Pep number 276. And there are mountains in the background, and I guess maybe a mountain here in the foreground. So I picked that one as number 9. There was a lot that had hills, like them sledding down hills. So I didn't really count those because I don't think people really sled down mountains. Oh, back then, maybe they do now. There's an extreme sport for everything, so they probably do sled down, side of mountains nowadays. The next one I have, this is regular Jughead. This is Jughead 228, and it looks like the gang went out into the mountains on their snowmobiles to have a fun day and have some lunch, but once again, Jughead has ate all the lunch, so that plan was ruined. The next one I have here, this will be Betty and Me number 7. And they are snowmobiling through the mountains. And I think this is interesting. This is late 60s, mid to late 60s, I believe. And he says, Betty, with a power sled, there's no chance of us getting stuck. And she says, darn it. I think it's interesting that it's called a power sled instead of a snowmobile. I'm not familiar with that terminology. That must be older terminology than what I am. The next one I have here is Life with Archie, number 140. And it's got Betty and Veronica climbing up the side of a Robin's Roost mountain. And Archie's trying to stop the construction crew from blowing it up because they don't realize they're up there. Excuse me. What I think is funny is you've got Betty and Veronica climbing in some interesting climbing gear. Betty is wearing clogs, those old wooden shoes with the leather tops on them that my sister used to wear, and they would weigh 5 pounds each, and she used to clobber me with them because she was an older sister and I was the annoying little brother that would always steal her Archie comics. But yeah, I thought that was an interesting one because also it's not wintertime. Most of the mountain things they show is usually in the wintertime. The next one I have here is Josie and the Pussycats, number 88. And there's a mountain there in the background. They're all skiing again. Everyone skis in Archie. I think it's interesting. I read somewhere once that Archie does, their 12 books a year. So you'll get 4 books of summer where they're usually in like their bikinis at the beach. You'll get 4 of spring where they're doing like spring dances and gardening or something similar to that. You've got winter ones where they're, obviously snowing or snowball fights or whatever. And then you've got the fall or autumn ones where they're doing like Thanksgiving, or that you can see the trees changing colors, stuff like that. So every 4 issues they would switch season just like the year would. See, the next one I have here is The Way Out Life of Riley number 1. This is put out by Jeff Schultz, who was an Archie artist. And this has mountains here, and it's got a volcano, which is kind of like a mountain that smokes, I guess. I just thought I'd throw that one in there because I don't get to show that one very often, and it's a very fun book. Now this is one I did duplicate. This is another Betty and Me. This is Betty and Me number 40. It has the gang out with the mountains behind them. This is a Notorious book. It has an inside panel where Archie tells Betty to take her clothes off and wrap herself up in a sheet. And I don't know. It's a very innocent story, but somehow these people put twists on stuff like the innuendo covers. It's just a very innocent cover, and someone has to pervert it out somehow. Let's see. This will be number 9. No, this will be number 2. I'm sorry, I'm going backwards. This is Betty and Veronica Spectacular, number 613. And it's got the girls skiing down a mountain in their bikinis. And Betty says, Veronica, I think we should have dressed warmer. And Veronica goes, you're right, Betty. Let's go get our scarves. Because that would make skiing much warmer with a scarf on. And my number 1 book for the challenge is Veronica number 3. This one's called Veronica in Japan. And it's got a big picture of Mount Fuji right there in the background. Very cool cover. Veronica series started out as Veronica in Paris, Veronica in Mexico, Veronica in Japan, and Switzerland, and Germany, and all these different places. And then they dropped that in whatever country she was in, or Texas, or wherever she was, and it just became plain Veronica at that point. So those are my top 10. I'll be posting this in a few minutes for Alan to watch and everyone else to watch. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, please subscribe. Just a little info here. I am at 72 subscribers. When I hit 101 subscribers, I'll be doing a giveaway. And this is the book I'll be giving away. This is a Sabrina book, and it is signed by Dan Parent up in top corner there. And it does have a certificate with it. And again, I'll be giving that prize away when I hit 100 subscribers. So until then, keep reading, enjoy your books, and let me know if you have any comments or questions. I'll be happy to answer. Talk to you later. Bye.